Make today iconic. What is up, guys? It's Upcome Sports, back with another realistic rebuild here on Madden 19. In this one, we're doing the Atlanta Falcons. Here are the objectives if you guys want to pause those. These are the settings that I did use. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, the Falcons got to the Super Bowl not too long ago. Lost to the Patriots in one of the biggest comebacks in history. Obviously, Tom Brady, a GOAT. But here's the roster. Julio Jones, obviously our best player. Arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL. Devontae Freeman, arguably one of the best running backs in the NFL. But it's looking pretty solid. A lot of young defensive pieces. So we'll look to progress them and get the defense up to par with the offense. But here's the rotation for the first season. Always the first season. I don't really do any moves. I just want to see how Madden thinks they'll do. But yeah, let's see what happens with this Atlanta Falcons team. So in the first season for the Atlanta Falcons, they did go 10-6, second in the division behind the Saints. I expected them to make the playoffs, so this is no big surprise. But let's check out how Matt Ryan did. 4,500 passing yards, 39 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. That's an amazing season from him. Devontae Freeman, also a pretty good rushing season. Julio Jones, 1,000 yards passing. Calvin Ridley had a pretty good season as a rookie. And here are all the defensive stats. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. Let's check out who won MVP. Marcus Mariota, actually. That's kind of surprising. But Coach of the Year, Patriots coach. So in this wildcard playoff game, we did take down the Cowboys 34-14. So pretty comfortable win here. Here are the stats. You guys can pause those if you want to see those more in depth. But Matt Ryan, 372 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Great game from him. Devontae Freeman also had 69 rushing yards. Julio Jones, really good game, 125 receiving yards. But on the defensive side of the ball, we also did pretty good, holding them to 2 touchdowns to this great offense. And in the divisional round, we were not able to get past the New Orleans Saints. It was really much a shootout, 35-24. A lot of yards being gained from both sides, but Matt Ryan, 317 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Drew Brees, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. And not really much of a ground game for either team. It was more of a shootout, as I said. But yeah, receiving, Julio Jones, another pretty good game. On the defensive side of the ball, Keanu Neal with a lot of tackles, but it wasn't enough. Brian Poole also played pretty well. And the Jacksonville Jags are going to take down the New Orleans Saints in the Super Bowl. So in free agency, we do need some depth at wide receiver. So we're going to sign Eli Rogers, and we're probably going to trade Mohamed Sanu. He's starting to decline. We also need some linebacker depth. So we're going to sign Deon Buchanan. 27 years old, 77 overall. Not too bad. And in the draft, we mostly went defense, strong safety, cornerback for the first 2 picks, and then offensive line, wide receiver. But yeah, pretty solid draft for us. And here is a big trade we're going to be making for Will Fuller from the Texans. I'm not sure if this would happen in real life, but it makes sense for both teams. We give them a nice veteran or Robert Alford at the cornerback position, and also a wide receiver and a 4th-round pick. For the second season, this is what the roster is looking like. Julio Jones, obviously still in his prime. Desmond Trufant getting up there along with him. Matt Ryan's going to stay at that 90 overall range pretty much for this whole rebuild, so that's going to be good for us. But in free agency, we are going to sign some more depth at D-tackle. Eddie Vander does, I believe is how you say it. But yeah, we just need depth at that position. And here's what the rotation is looking like. We're looking pretty good, obviously, on offense, but the defense is going to have to keep progressing. We're at an 84 overall as a team, so let's see what damage we can do. And after the second season, we did go 11-5, but we still did not win the division. Saints also with the same record, did win the division. But at least we did improve, so that's going to be good for us. Matt Ryan, 4,000 passing yards, 47 touchdowns, and only 9 interceptions. Very great season. Actually, probably one of the better seasons in NBA. I mean, NFL history, my bad. But, yeah, pretty good rushing also from Devontae Freeman. I'm not sure what we're going to do with Tevin Coleman because in Madden, 2 backs that are about the same overall or close to the same overall is not really like a good fit for the system, but Devontae Freeman and Matt Ryan both in the MVP talks, so that's pretty good. And in the wild card game, we are going to be taking down the Detroit Lions by 10 points, 23-13. There are the stats. You guys can see those if you want, but Ben Kurt for some reason got a couple of snaps at quarterback. Not sure why that happened, but Matt Ryan, 222 passing yards, a touchdown, 0 interceptions. Devontae Freeman, not really that good at rushing, only 63 yards, but Austin Hooper, 63 yards. Catching, Will Fuller had a pretty solid game. Not really much offense going on in this game, but yeah, defense carried this game. So we're here in the NFC divisional round. We're playing against the Seahawks. We're up 16-6 actually in the fourth quarter. About 2 minutes left in the game, but the Seahawks do have the ball and they're driving downfield with Russell Wilson and his weapons. But can we get a stop here? Fumble, and we do recover it, so that's probably going to be game over, and it is. So huge fumble recovery for us, and we do end the game. But here are the stats. Russell Wilson. Actually, first we'll check out this team stats. Yeah, pretty just solid effort from everyone, defense and offense. Russell Wilson, only 70 passer rating. Matt Ryan had a really good game. He's been having a really good video performance this whole time. But yeah, Doug Baldwin with a huge game for them. Devontae Freeman, not too good receiving, but the defense is really what's going to carry us in this video. So we're here in the NFC Championship game, and we are down currently 27-23, but we do have the ball, and we're driving downfield. First and goal, incomplete pass, Matt Ryan. Second and goal, we do get sacked. Third and goal, pass knocked away, so we have to settle for actually 12-yard touchdown. We went for it on 4th down, and we converted. I mean, we had no other option, really, so smart decision, but we were able to complete it. 30-27, Eagles have a chance to tie it up, maybe. And 4th and 18, they do get a field goal, so we're going to overtime, most likely. Unless we can end it here, I doubt we're going to get into field goal range, and we do go into overtime. But the Eagles are going to get the ball first, so if they score a touchdown, it's over. Can our defense carry us and give us a chance to win the game? Looks like we're not really stopping them here. 1-yard rush, 3rd and 5, huge 20-yard reception for them. 5-yard rush, 8-yard reception, 4-yard rush, 2nd and 6. And they win, executing a field goal. We were not able to stop them on 3rd and 5, which was huge. That was the critical play in the game, and we were not able to complete it. But you guys can see the yards. 497 yards of offense for the Eagles. Really almost unstoppable. Carson Wentz didn't really play his best game, but Matt Ryan wasn't able to get it done here. And not really much of a ground game either for both teams. Alshon Jeffrey and Eric Decker had a pretty good game for them. But on defense, here you guys can check out the stats. Yeah. So we'll be headed home and hopefully next season. But it looks like the Eagles are going to take another Super Bowl ring here. Carson Wentz is second, first as a starter. And after the draft, we were able to pick up a left guard, 76 overall with star development. Cornerback, 75 overall. Not really that much of a good draft, but... And here is a roster for the 3rd season. We're not really going to make that many moves. I feel like this team is very solid. But we've got our receivers intact. Our defense is really starting to progress. So I feel like we're going to take that next step. And I don't really need to make that many moves here. Just sign a couple of depth guys like Eli Apple at the corner position as free agents. So here's the rotation for the third season, maybe the final season if we win a Super Bowl. But we're already at an 88 overall as a team, and we're looking really saucy. So let's see if we can win the division finally. So in this season, we were able to go 10-6. So we're kind of staying in that range of 10-6 and 11-5. But the Panthers did win the title. Let's check out how we did on the season. Matt Ryan, 4,698 passing yards, 38 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. He's been a beast this whole video. Devontae Freeman, another 1,000-yard rushing season, but Julio Jones and Will Fuller, both 1,000-yard receiving seasons. And the defense is looking pretty crispy too. You guys can check that out if you are interested in that. But let's see who won MVP. Le'Veon Bell did. Matt Ryan finished second in the voting. So that's pretty good. Coach of the Year, Dan Quinn, about 6th. And we were also the #1 offense in the league, so that should help us going forward. Defensively, we were about probably top 20. Yeah, top 20. And here in the wild card round, we are going to take down the Minnesota Vikings 35-3 points. So our defense really carrying us, allowing only 3 points from the Vikings. I don't know who that quarterback is for them. They don't have Kirk Cousins, it seems like. But yeah, the defense is really just looking really good right now. So hopefully it could be enough to take down the Eagles or the Rams. We're here in the divisional round, and we're absolutely cooking the Panthers 38-17. But they are driving downfield right now. We are in the fourth quarter, about 2 minutes left, so it's looking pretty much over. And we do get the ball, so yeah, it's pretty much over. We just got to run out the clock now. 3rd and 7, 22-yard reception. Yeah, it's pretty much over. There's no way they come back now. And we will be picking up the win here by almost 20 points. Actually, 21 points. So 3 touchdowns. We do pick up the win. As you guys can see, the total offense for the Panthers, 245 yards. And we did get 400 total offense. So our defense is really nice. Super Bowl contending material. Matt Ryan, 117 passer rating. Very good from him. Cam Newton, not really solid, but Devontae Freeman has not really been that good in the playoffs rushing. Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley both with 100 yards receiving. Pretty good from them. The defense, obviously doing great. A lot of sacks, a lot of tackles. Not too many interceptions, but that's all right. And back again in the NFC Championship game. This time we're playing the LA Rams. As I said, it was either going to be them or the Eagles. But we are up right now, 29-21. We do have the ball. 3rd and 5, 5-yard rush. 4th and 1, we do have to punt it. I probably would have gone for it, but let's see if we can stop the Rams here. About a minute left. Less than a minute now. 29-21. They would have to score and get the 2-point conversion. So let's see if our defense is built enough in clutch moments. And they do tie the game up. So 29-29. It's looking like we're going to overtime. Unless we can get a last-minute field goal here. And we are in overtime. But we do get the ball. So huge for us. Let's see if our offense can get it. 2nd and 6, penalty on the offense. So we do have to punt it, but come on, this is going to be huge. We have to stop them. 3rd and 3, incomplete pass. Huge stop right there. It might have been over if they got a field goal. Let's see if we can get down here and score a field goal. That's all we need. That's a huge 16-yard completion. 2nd and 7, 6-yard rush. And it's over. We were able to get a field goal. We'll be moving on to the Super Bowl. Let's check out the stats. 379 offense, but 500 for us, for the Rams. Yeah, they're pretty good on offense, so our defense wasn't really able to stop them. But Matt Ryan and Jared Goff, not really great games from them. 70 passer rating for both of them. Devontae Freeman, not really that good of a game. Brandon Cooks was cooking. Calvin Ridley, pretty good game. On the defensive side of the ball, you guys can check out the tackles and the interceptions and all that. And we're here in the Super Bowl. We're facing the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson. We're up 20-13 right now, so we're up 7. Start of the fourth quarter. We do get sacked, 2nd and goal. Let's see if we can get a score here. And we do score, so 27-13. We are up by 2 touchdowns. Let's see if our defense can hold up and stop Lamar Jackson. 2nd and 15, sack. 3rd and 19, incomplete pass, so we'll get the ball back. If we score here, it might really be over. It might be over if we score here. 2nd and 3, 25-yard rush for a touchdown from Devontae Freeman. 34-13. We're up 3 touchdowns. It's looking pretty much over unless Lamar Jackson's a miracle man. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Not a lot of time left on the clock, but they are driving down here. 1st and 10, incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, 3-yard rush. 2nd and 10 again. 3rd and 7, 9-yard touchdown. So now they're down 2 touchdowns. Onside kick, and we do recover it, so we're doing pretty good there. 2nd and 3. 3rd and 6, this is huge. 7-yard rush. 2nd and 11. About a minute left. 4th and 3, and we do get a field goal, so we are going to be the Super Bowl champions. 37-20. Most they can get here is 8 points on the board, so it's not even going to help them if they do, but I guess for pride. 14-yard touchdown, and either way, it's over. 3 seconds left on the clock. Onside kick. And we are the Super Bowl champions, Atlanta Falcons, in 3 years. Realistic rebuild. So that's pretty good. I mean, this team was already set up pretty nicely, but I'll let you guys check out the ceremony. So let's check out how these teams did. About 400 yards of offense for both of us. Pretty even on the offensive side of the ball, but defensively we were obviously better. Lamar Jackson had a pretty good game. 400 passing yards. Matt Ryan only 300. But Devontae Freeman, 111 rushing yards. Finally, he had a good game. Will Fuller, 106 receiving yards. Julio Jones, only 35. But yeah, here are the defense. You guys can check that out. But huge win, first Super Bowl championship. So that's going to do it for this rebuild. Let me know what you guys thought of this team. Let me know what you guys would have done differently. Also, let me know if it was realistic enough. Let me know what other teams I should do. Comment it down below. And make sure to subscribe for more videos.
Get to me, bring out the Brinks truck. I'm young, flying, iced up. 100-yard dash, I had to run my price up. Bust your life up.